Eight-Bit Baseball is on. We're here at the Haunted Egrets Dome for a game between the Towering Titans and the Haunted Egrets. The Egrets are 4-2 on the season. Titans 1-5. Pitching today for the Egrets Post, 2-1 with a 3.7 ERA. For the Titans, Robes. Well, the players are all warmed up. It's time for the game to begin. Leading off for the Titans, Singer, the right fielder. Post pitching for the Egrets. He's turning in quite a performance so far this season. He's 2-1 on the year, and of course that 3.37 ERA. First one down there. Got Singer out at first there, and then Perina, the shortstop, is up. First pitch is a swinging strike there from Post. 0-1 to Perina, and then inside those balls makes it 1-1. 1-1 to Perina, the shortstop for the Towering Titans. Post delivers this on the inside. He bats at it, and a diving Bestall has to make that play. He grabs it and steps on the bag. So Taylor now comes up to bat, center fielder. All right, and Taylor has popped up. The pitch was in on the hands. It's a little bit beyond the infield, but Bestall, the first baseman, is out there. Calls for it and has it for the out. So very quiet top of the first for the Titans, and we move to the bottom half. Haunted Egrets, home team, up to bat. Robes on the hill, 3.6 ERA. Still looking for his first win of the season. Ball outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Romano, and he lines that one out to Perina, the shortstop. So Romano, shortstop, is retired to Perina, the shortstop. And Fisher, the center fielder, takes that one inside for a ball. Robes, and then back across the zone, he bats at that one. That's down the third base line. Very slow roller. Benson throws it, and it's in time. That was a close play. Benson really had to chuck that one hard. Left fielder now Newman up. And that was a pitch that started inside, went outside, but never hit the zone. 1 ball, no strikes to Newman. Robes lines and delivers, and it's back inside. It's hit up into center field, and Taylor charges in, has it for the pop out. So nothing going in the first for either team. We move to the second. Foster, first baseman, up to bat. His .434 average is third in the Champion League. First pitch fouled on the third base side. It's a pretty impressive batting average for the first baseman. Post gives him a pitch inside to even the count. 1-1 now. 1 ball and 1 strike to Foster. Lines and delivers. That one is outside the zone. He hits the zone, rather, outside of the plate for a strike. 1-2. 100 miles an hour on that one. And then a swinging strike. He just struck out Foster. Well, how about that? Post just asserting himself today against these hitters. And there's Betson, going to be retired as well. It's a grounder to Romano. So 2 down. And Norris, second baseman, up. Inside on the hands, and that's going to be grabbed by Bestall, and then steps on the bag for the third out. So we have yet to see a hit from either team. Bottom of the second, Egrets, home team, up to bat. Castor, the right fielder, going to lead this one off. Castor is 8th in the Champion League in batting average. And that's a hit right there. That one dropped right in front of Benson and Taylor. And they were kind of fumbling around in the outfield trying to figure out what to do with it. And he's going to get, Castor gets all the way up to second base with a double to lead this one off. So Bestall now. And Bestall's not a bad hitter himself. He's number 5 in the conference, in the league rather, in average, but he is out there. Toby now up to bat. One of the best home run hitters in this early season. Already got 3 long balls. And a strike there to Toby, evens the count at 1-1. Robes checks the runner on second and delivers. It's back to the inside. Toby bats at that one. That's kind of out into the left center area there, and no one is around for it. It's going to drop in for another hit. And Toby is going to stay at first, but Castor advances to third. So now we've got runners at the corners with only 1 down for Golder, the third baseman. Still no score. This could open up the runs if Golder can get a successful hit. Outside now, the count is 2 balls and no strikes to Golder, third baseman for the Haunted Egrets. Back inside, he bats at that one. It's hit up to the second baseman, Norris. Oh, he got by Norris! It got by Norris, and that is going to be an RBI. There's your first run scored. So a very dribbling hit there that just managed to get by the second baseman, drives in the first run of the game and gives the Haunted Egrets the lead. So Bundy now, the catcher, with runners at first and second, one down. Outside, and Bundy hits that one. That's out into the right field. A diving Foster could not make the play, and it's out into right field, and Bundy has loaded the bases now. So Post, the pitcher up to bat, bases loaded, nobody down. And it's fouled on the left base side, the third base side. Post. And it does. It's hit very slowly. It's Perina charging in. He's going to throw home. Not in time. Not in time. So an RBI single for Post. Drives in another run. It's 2-0. Back to the top of the order. Bases are still loaded. Romano up to bat. And that one's hit out into left field. That's going to be yet another run, it appears. The throw is home. Not in time. 3-0 for the Egrets. Base is still loaded now for Fisher, the center fielder. They have got quite a rally going here. And that one's hit lightly up to Norris, who throws home. That one will be in time, and then he throws back to first. Not in time. So they do get the lead runner there at home, and the second out. And now Newman, the left fielder, is up, leading by 3. And that one's hit down the third base line. Benson's there, and he taps the bag for the third out. So Haunted Egrets home team taking a 3-0 lead in the second inning. We go to the top of the third. So Benson, third baseman for the Titans, leads this one off. He popped up deeply down the third base line, and it is going to be... It's a home run! It's a home run! It didn't go foul! Oh, wow! Incredible! Benson with the long ball, just like that, makes it 3-1. All right, so a diving Toby makes an incredible play on that one and is able to grab that and throw home. And we've already got a pinch hitter coming in, Larson, going to take his chance at the bat. Trying to get some offense going here. So we'll see a pitching substitution for Robes. That one is a successful hit. That's out into right field. Castor has to grab it and throw it in. That's all he can do. So Larson is on base with a single, and Singer is now up to bat, the right fielder. Strikes through that one. Swung through that one for a strike, I should say. No balls, and 1 strike to Singer. And then back on the plate, he does bat at that one, and it's hit. It looks like it's going foul, but Castor is out there, and he grabs it for the out. Incredible play. He was on the run, and he managed to get to catch the ball in foul territory for an out. And then Perina's popped up. That's on the infield, and Toby's there, the second baseman. He's calling for it. Has it for the out. So the side is retired, and that was a gamble to bring the pinch hitter in. He did get on space successfully, but they couldn't do anything more with it, so they will have to change pitchers here. Nelson now in place of Robes. All right, first pitch is a ball outside to Castor, the right fielder. And that one's hit back up to the shortstop Perina, who gloves and throws in time for the out. 1 down. Bestall up to bat. First baseman for the Haunted Egrets, batting .407 now. And that one is hit out into the foul territory on the third base side. So that will make the count now no balls and 1 strike to Bestall. Inside for a ball evens the count. Nelson, towering Titans pitcher. He's got an impressive 1.71 ERA. 2 balls and 1 strike to Bestall. Dangerous hitter. Has all the reason to pitch around him here. And a strike now. Comes back and hits the outside of the plate with that one. 2-2. And then Bestall swings at that one. And it's out to Benson, who throws over in time for the out. So Toby now up to bat. It's up to 500 on the average now. And that one, however, is hit back up to Nelson, who's able to throw it over to Foster in time for the out. So that's the third out. And to the fourth we go. The visiting Titans up to bat, trying to erase a little bit more of the deficit, trailing 3-1. Taylor, he's popped up. That's center infield there. Shortstop's just beyond second base. That's Romano calling for it and has it for the first out. Foster now the first baseman. And that one's hit. Oh, he got by the third baseman, Golder, so that is a successful hit. He's on base with a single with 1 down. And we got a timeout here. What's this? A pinch hitter. He's bringing in Waters for Betson. Waters. So Waters into left field now for the Titans. And up to bat. And he's got an even count from Post, 1-1 to Waters. Back outside for a strike. 1 and 2 to Waters. Pitch inside, and he hits at it, and it's Toby who grabs it, and it almost got past him. He was a little bit out of position there, but he was able to grab it and get the lead run. Not in time for 2 at first base, so Norris now, the second baseman, is up. And that one's hit just back softly to the pitcher. He throws to second for the lead runner out. All right, so to the bottom of the frame we go, bottom of the 4th. Home team up once again. Golder, the third baseman, leading this one off. Outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Golder. Nelson winds and delivers, and it's popped up on the right field side. Singer's running hard. He's able to get to that one. Bundy now, the catcher. And that one's also popped up on the right field side, but it's going... Okay, yeah. It was close. Singer, once again, running very hard to make that play. Post. Pitcher up to bat. So we get our pitcher and pitcher duel, and the first pitch is a swinging strike to Post. Nelson winds and delivers on the inside. That's right on the across the zone there, and he swung at it, but it's hit foul third base side. So no balls and 2 strikes to Post. Nelson winds and delivers. Back on the inside of the hands, and it is hit over the third base side. Benson throws over to Foster in time for the out. So we're out of the 4th, into the 5th. Titans up. Benson, the third baseman. And that's going to be... Oh, no, almost. Newman was able to charge in. That was a line drive that got right out of the infield, one of the infielders' heads, and had to charge in quickly to make that catch. And that one's hit out into center left. That's a very hard hit. Let's see what happens there. It's going to be Fisher having to chase it down, and he is moving on up to second. That's going to be a double. So we've got a double here with just 1 down. A man on second. And here comes the action. Nelson, your pitcher. So we're going to get a pitcher-on-pitcher duel here. And he hits it lightly to Romano. He's able to tag the runner. And then over to first in time for the out. A double play. Oh, wow. How about that? So he grounds into the double play. And that will bring in the Egrets. Romano, the first man in the lineup, leading this inning off. I'm sure he'd like to add on to that slim lead. Insurance. Not this time, however. He hits it out to Farina, who throws over to Foster in time for the first out. Fisher, the center fielder, up. And that pitch is outside, but he swings at it. It's hit back to Nelson, who throws over to Foster for the out. So Newman, the left fielder, going to take his turn in the bottom of the 5th. 2 down. He bats at that first pitch. It's popped up. It's sort of center left, and it's ultimately going to be Waters that makes the catch. Waters trucked a long way to make that one, but he was successful, and the side is retired. And we move to the top of the 6th. Singer, the right fielder, up to bat. And that pitch is down the line, right to the first baseman, Bestall, who grabs it and tags the bag. Farina now the shortstop. And he hits that one. It's hit back up to the second baseman, Toby, who gloves. Throws over in time for the out. Taylor, center fielder for the Titans, and that one is hit. It was a bit of a line drive, and Romano got it on 1 bounce. Threw it over to first for the out. Haunted Egrets now up to bat. Bottom of the 6th. Castor, the right fielder, leading this one off. Nelson gives him a pitch that he hits right back to Nelson. And then Nelson to Foster for 1 down. And Bestall, the first baseman. Number 5 in the league in average. Hits it down the third base line, but Benson is there. He gloves it and throws over in time to Foster for the out. Toby, the Egrets' second baseman, up. Nelson winds and delivers pitch. That's going to get down for a hit. Yep, that's down. That's into center field. Toby reaches base once again, and he's hitting well for average, and he's also hit quite a few home runs. Very good year going for Toby. And that's hit down the line there, but it is Singer who's able to move in from his right field position and get the ball for the pop out. 7th inning. And this is Foster, the first baseman, going to lead off for the Titans. First pitch is inside, but he swings at it. It's hit out to center left, and it's going to drop in for a hit. He's going to get on. That's a lead-off single. So that's an interesting situation now. After quite a bit of slow innings, we got a lead-off single, and that's absolutely what the Titans would want in order to try to erase this deficit. Waters now up to bat, and he's behind on the count. The left fielder, Waters, he's behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Post outside for a ball, so 1 ball now, 2 strikes to Waters, the left fielder. Post. Back inside for a ball. So the count even now to Waters. Runner at first. Foster's out at first. Post. Comes back across the... Swinging strike! He got him! Struck him out. Post with the K. Alright, so one down now for Norris. And Norris hits that one out into right field, and it's Castor who's there. He throws in. That's a successful single. Advances the runner, and Benson comes up. One down. Outside for a ball. Benson. Third baseman. And another ball, so he's missed the zone twice there. 2 balls and no strikes to Benson. Back inside, he does hit the zone there for a strike. Checking the runners. 2 balls and 1 strike to Benson. Post. And he delivers him a pitch right across the zone. He hits it. It's back up to the shortstop, who's able to get it to 1 and then 2. Wow, he threw to second for the lead runner and then got it back to first in time for the double play. So they are able to get out of that jam. And we move to the bottom of the 7th. Bundy, the catcher, leading off. Bundy's popped up. That one is hit out. It's Norris, the second baseman, who slides over and is under it for the out. So Bundy's retired, and now we have Post, the pitcher, up to bat. And they will not pinch hit for him, electing to keep him next inning, apparently. And he is hit softly down the line, and he can't leg that one out. Benson has it in time for the out, the throw first. So Romano, back to the top of the order. The shortstop for the haunted Egrets, Nelson, gives him a pitch that he hits out into left field. It's all the way out into left field for a single, so he's on base. There we go. So Fisher, the center fielder, now up. Nelson winds and delivers that one. It's popped up on the third base side. Let's see if Benson can make a play on it. There may be enough room there. Looks like it. Yep, he's calling for it, and boom, he's got that one for the third out. 2 innings to go. Top of the 8th, Towering Titans. Just 6 outs in order to try to achieve 2 more runs. And that one's hit lightly to Romano. He throws over, but it's not in time. It's not in time. That was a very slow throw. And so now we see a pinch hitter coming in. Steven for Nelson. Okay, let's see what Post is going to do here with a runner at first and nobody down. Oh, well, it looks like Steven's going to possibly get into a double play. Not quite, but they did get the lead runner there. So now 1 down and a relief pitcher coming in. Well, they bring in Louie, who is proving to be one of the best closers in the league. He's already got 2 saves on the season, and he gets a first out there, or get a second out. His first pitch is out. So Louie getting it done here in the top of the 8th. 1 ball and no strikes, and that one is hit. It's an infield pop-up. I guess maybe a line drive, and he's out. Louie retires him. We move to the bottom of the inning. Another pitching change here for the Titans. Sider coming in. Sider on the hill. And he pops up into left field. It is Waters out there who grabs it for the first out. So Newman is retired, and now Castor up to bat for the haunted Egrets. And he hits that one out into right field. He's going to get on base. Oh, he got by Singer. Singer took a bad line on it and got by him. He's out. Singer's very fast, too. An unusual play there. But he is able to get all the way up to second. So Vestal is up to bat with Castor up at second. And he pops that one into left field. Waters has it. And Vestal has to, Castor has to return to second. So now 2 down for Toby. And Toby hits up and down the third base line. And it is Benson who has it in time for the out. So here it is, the last chance for the Titans. They need 2 runs if they want to take this into the bottom of the 9th. Taylor, the center fielder, will lead us off. And he hits that one up to Romano, the shortstop, who throws over to Vestal in time for the first out. And now Foster, with his league high average. And he's going to get on base here. That's exactly what you would want in this situation. So he delivered, and that will bring up Waters, the left fielder. The runner at first. Oh, he swings through that one. First pitch is a swinging strike. Louie. And back inside for a strike. So Louie is ahead already on the count. And no balls, 2 strikes to Waters. Back outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Waters. Louie checks the runner and delivers. Swinging strike. He struck him out. Louie with the K. So that's just 1 out now. Norris. And ball outside. Runner at first. The home run could tie everything here. Norris, the second baseman. He's ahead on the count, 1-0. And Louie gives him a pitch, then he pops up. It's out of the right field. Castor's out there. He's calling for it, and he has it for the out. That's your ball game. Amazing. Haunted Egrets win 3-1, and you're going to have Post with the win. Louie gets a save. Post third win, Louie's third save. Benson had the solo homer. Hope you enjoyed that one. It was a great game.